Okay, hello, and welcome back to Warhammer 2 Total War. I thought that we would finish up the Araby campaign, since I believe we'd seen pretty much all the units in it, and since the mods had been updated and all that, and I was wanting to play with some of the new ones which had been updated more since I started that one, we would start a new campaign. So yes, and kind of the last moment decision, I thought we would start a campaign, at least possibly just a short one, as Clan Ugma. So here we go, which has Chief Ugma. It is a troll faction, and we're just going to have trolls. We have apparently a food mechanic. We have Chaos Corruption, of course, and just all trolls. Can only enter diplomacy with Chaos Worshipping Greenskins or Rogue factions. Diplomatic relations -40 with most factions. Public Order +5 all provinces, and Chaos Corruption +2 all regions. I suppose the Public Order is because trolls don't really have much of a... I mean, I suppose it's because they're like... I don't know. Not prone to rebellions because they can't coordinate themselves enough, so they're really just roaming around. Trolls really aren't that smart. They're sort of, well, they're sort of more like vicious animals than actual sentient beings. They are sentient, they're just really dim. Anyway, we'll start the campaign. Ooh. The Orc Gorgle, sick of Chief Ugma's rejections, sought help from Gorfang Rotgut to rid him of the troll and take their treasure as his own. Rotgut, after forcing Gorgle to join his tribe, marched his warband to GRAAAAGH. There, deep within the hold, a long and bloody battle took place at the Dark Reservoir. Though piles of greenskins littered the embankments, Ugma was overwhelmed and forced to flee through one of the feeding rivers. With his forces destroyed, Ugma, that says Umga there, looked beyond his homely borders and forced many tribes to submit to him. This was all for one purpose, to take GRAAAAGH and smash Gorgle's and Rotgut's head in. So yes, Chief Ugma is actually a character which I didn't... which is completely new to me. He's a character from the Warhammer... the second edition of the Warhammer Fantasy roleplay book, which I have not read at all. I've never played the Warhammer Fantasy roleplay, so all new stuff to me. He is apparently a smart troll, like Throg, the Troll King. Maybe not as smart, but still pretty smart. So he is more likely to be able to lead other trolls, or I suppose Carol. Other trolls into sort of going in the general direction he wants them to go into. Yes. I have a bunch of other mods. I have GCCM, I believe, the community map packs. I think that's activated. It should be. I also have a few new mods. Do I have... oh, it's still them somewhere. Let's see. I will open this, go to there, and actually they might not be listed on my mod thing because I added them rather recently, all things considered. They are, well, if I can remember some of the ones which I have one which I think I mentioned last time, which allows units to attack walls, at least some units to attack walls. I think it's mostly giants, other monstrous creatures like that. Also dwarf miners can attack walls, because I got the a sub-mod variant of it which adds a few other units being able to attack walls. I thought I'd try it with a bunch of units, with pretty much all the units the mod maker has thought to add the ability to, which would make sense. Just to see how it mixes up sieges, because having units being able to smack holes in walls is something which would help a lot of factions, because the Empire can make use of their artillery, but they don't have things like giants, whereas the greenskins have giants. So you can get a giant, you can use it to attack a wall and break the wall down. And it makes it easier for you to assault a settlement, because you don't have to use rock lobbers or the what's it called, the doom divers specifically, or as I play also with a greenskins expanded factions mod, the spear chuckers, which is the greenskin version of a bolt thrower. What else? I think Cygors can attack walls. It would be interesting if the mod maker can possibly work with the expanded factions beastmen to add the wall breakers to the Gorgons, which is added by that. That would make sense. It also makes Shagos able to attack walls, as well as Kolek Suneater, since he's big enough to be able to smack walls down with his hammer. What else is there? Don't know if rotting Leviathans are able to break down walls. The giant hermit crab unit for the Vampire Coast. I don't know if Trollz can. I don't think Trollz are big enough. Or I don't think Trollz have the wall breaker ability. So we might not see it too much. It depends whether we're able to get giants. Kind of think maybe the Trollz could get giants, because they sort of have they both have the same goal of eating. And giants are... I actually think giants would be smarter than Trollz. Yeah, giants would be smarter than Trollz. Possibly less aggressive, though. Yeah, giants would be less aggressive than Trollz. What's another mod which I've added, if I can remember? Oh, sorry. That's the major one, which I wanted to mention anyway. The wall breakers. Adding the wall breaker ability to more units. It's, as I said, I think it will make sieges a bit more interesting. I think also the Trollz will have multiple starting locations, because they're kind of... Trolls are kind of everywhere in the world, so we don't have a single location. I'll be able to see how things work better when the campaign starts. When it finishes loading. Nearly done. Oh. Things are happening. There we go. Okay, so we start off with Chief Ugma here. Some bile trolls, river trolls, and stone trolls. If you've seen any of my playthroughs, Kislev, Halflings, Araby, any of my campaigns, well, you'll be familiar with all these, because we've had to deal with them multiple times on our own, or as other factions. Yes, so bile trolls. They are, well, bile trolls are descendants of a troll horde that once defeated and devoured a Nurgle army. Infected by the Plague Father's many gifts, they suffer horribly for it. So they have 60 armor, 60 leadership, 40 speed, 30 melee attack, but they have poisoned attacks, 60 melee defense, 131 weapon strength, which is broken down into 100 weapon damage and 31 armor piercing, and they have an 18 charge bonus. They have a 30% physical resistance, resilience to barren wasteland, swamp, chaos territory, regionless, and chaos wastes. Oh, interesting, regionless. So we will actually be resistant to losing our capitals, or losing our provinces. So we could exist as a pseudo horde if things go completely south for us. And is that all the attrition? No, that's not all the attrition in the game, I don't think, because there's mountains attrition. And vampire counts attrition, which isn't there. So we're not completely resistant to attrition. We just have all these sort of difficult environments as well as chaos. Well, not all of them. Barren wasteland, swamp, and then chaos territory, chaos wastes. So not desert. Yep. I'm getting ahead of myself there. They cause fear, they cause terror. Expert charge defense, because they have monsters, I suppose. Weakened regeneration. Oh, interesting. So they don't regenerate health, but they still have the weakness to fire. And they have host to terrifying afflictions. 15 seconds around self affects allies in range and affects enemies in range. Really? It affects allies in range? Minus 10 leadership, minus 30% speed, minus 15% physical resistance and magic resistance, and minus 20% vigor. Okay. And we have river trolls. River trolls are a breed of troll that live on the bottom of foul lakes and marshes. Their stench is disgusting, even compared to the smell of other trolls. 60, 40, 45, 30, 38, 100. Broken down into 50-50, and charge bonus is 20. They have resilience, the same, I think that is, yes. Causes fear, they have regeneration, actual regeneration, and they have horrible stench. Almost unbearable smell. Don't get close. Constant around self lowers melee attack and defense by 6. What's their stats compared to that? Oh, they have quite a lot less health than the bowl trolls. Bowl trolls have a lot more health, and they're in a smaller squad. So they're very, very tough. Bowl trolls also have 20 leadership. Higher. 60 as opposed to 40. They are slower, minus 5 speed. The same melee attack. They have 22 more melee defense, 31 more weapon strength, and they got slightly lower charge bonus. Which makes sense because they're slower. Also, stone trolls. Stone trolls often devour rock and take on some of its properties, such as a tough exterior and high resistance against magic. They're in a unit of 12, they have high health, not as high as the bile trolls, but they're in a unit of 12, so they're tougher than river trolls. They have 60 armor, which is the same. They have 30 leadership. They have even lower leadership than the river trolls. Speed is 48, which is higher than the river trolls. Yep. Melee attack is 32. Melee defense is 28. So they have slightly higher melee attack. But they have 10 less melee defense. They also have armor piercing on their weapon strength. Weapon damage is 30, armor piercing is 70. So these are the ones we would use primarily against armored units. River trolls are sort of both. Bile trolls you use more just for their flat damage, not for their armor piercing capability. And they have a charge bonus of 30, I suppose, because they're so heavy. They have magic resistance 50%. Yeah. That causes fear, regeneration, and they also have this, stone skin. Hitting that skin with a sword is like hitting a mountain with a toothpick. No wonder these trolls are so much more confident than their brethren. Yes, they have constant, as long as their leadership isn't broken, or their hit points are higher than 50%. They have plus 40 leadership, plus 25% magic resistance, and plus 30% physical resistance. So while things are going good, they're a lot tougher. However, as soon as their leadership breaks, or their leadership, if their leadership breaks, it's not if their leadership goes below 50%. It's if they rout, or their hit points get lower than 50%, they will suddenly have 30 leadership. So they actually have 70 leadership. And magic resistance 50, so they have 75% magic resistance and plus 30% physical resistance on top of that. They're very tough. Then we have Chief Ugma. There is only one troll in existence that can really be called a leader. Luckily, a mix of mind control and savage punishment can produce trolls that can at least create the illusion of leadership. That's the same as the normal troll explanation. Maybe it should have one unique to Chief Ugma, explaining about him a bit. I mean, I don't know. Armor is 55, leadership is 60, speed is 56. Melee attack is 55, melee defense is 45, weapon strength is 465, 115 weapon damage, 350 armor piercing damage, that's very nice. Bonus versus infantry is 28. He's got missile resistance 15%, siege attacker, so we can just outright attack settlements. We don't have to build siege equipment. It makes sense because we can't, and we wouldn't be able to use them even if we could. Trolls can't go up on walls. Resilience, causes fear, encourage, hide in forests. Oh, Araby. Regeneration, and also copious vomit. Which is the same ability which Throg the Troll King has, where it's a short-range magic missile with a powerful explosion. And a wonderful description. Devastating charge, thick-skinned, hard to hit, deadly blade, foe seeker. That's all the same. Oh, mind controlled. The boss can take direct control of his subjects, using them as puppets and breaking their will so far that they will never flee from battle. But even the dumbest monster will instinctively feel that their leader is obviously lacking leadership when the boss doesn't possess them. So that increases his leadership. It also makes him unbreakable, but it lowers his leadership aura effect by 10. So you can make your lord unbreakable, but it actually makes your army weaker in terms of overall leadership. Interesting. Deadly onslaught. What's these ones? Oh, the gods. 7% weapon strength when attacking. Aura of chaos, yeah, it's just a missile resistance. Mutant regeneration. The uncanny ability of quickly regenerating even the most grievous wounds. In due course, almost all will be healed. Casualty replenishment rate plus 25% for all Norscan Troll, Norscan Ice Troll, and Familiar Warriors. I think that's a skill from Norscan units, that's why it's mentioning... Yeah, so... It would only be applying for our... I assume all of our troll units there, not just the Norscan Trolls and Ice Trolls. Frost Troll Blood. Either by lineage or by mutation, this troll has some Frost Troll in him, enabling him to channel the frost of their Norscan home. So he can get minus 20% fire resistance to enable frostbite attacks, which I believe frostbite attacks lowers the speed of units around him. Maybe also their melee defense, because they're chilled and they're not able to react as quickly. River Troll Blood. Either by lineage or by mutation, this troll has some River Troll in him, enabling him to spew poison like his brethren. Enables poison attacks. That makes sense. Maybe it'd be better if it gave him the aura, like the River Trolls have, because poison attacks is something you can, as well as the poison attacks, it's just because poison attacks is kind of easy to get in banners and items. Is what I'm thinking. If we have banners. I don't know whether we'll actually get them. Do we just get the normal Chaos banners? Do we get followers or ancillaries? If we get like a poison weapon or something. Because poison as a bonus is kind of... It makes sense. It certainly makes sense. It's just poison as a bonus on its own is kind of, you know, it's just like, oh. It's poison. Poison, you don't need multiple units having it. I mean, we have River Trolls which have poison, and I believe our units will have area of effect attacks, so they'll probably be applying poison to multiple units anyway, automatically anyway. And Stone Troll Blood. Either by lineage or by mutation, this troll has some Stone Troll in him, giving him the resilience of their kind. Minus 15 leadership, but it gives him the Stone Skin ability of Stone Trolls. That's pretty good. That's good. Actually, come to think of it, that Stone Troll Blood and getting mind controlled, I mean, it will lower his leadership by 15, but then he's unbreakable, so he'll be constantly under the effects of this Stone Skin, because his leadership will never get lower, unless his hit points get lower. Is it either? I assume it's either his leadership is broken or his hit points go less than 50%, not both of them. So you would still be able to lose it if his hit points went lower, but you wouldn't lose it because of leadership. And I think losing it because of leadership or breaking would be the easier method. because of regeneration and all that. Monstrous Fiends. Witlessly stupid, yet bone-crushingly powerful. Do not be deceived. Leadership plus 10 for familiar warriors. Melee attack plus 15 for Norscan trolls and Norscan ice troll units. Melee defense plus 15 for all familiar warrior units. Melee defense plus 15 for Norscan trolls and Norscan ice troll units. Okay. It's a bit unclear. I assume the troll bonuses will affect all of our troll units. But the ones which say familiar warriors, I don't know whether they'd affect our units. The leadership and melee defense. Just the melee attack and melee defense. I mean, that makes sense. Because you don't really want to improve the leadership of the trolls, because I assume half the point of playing as them is that their leadership is terrible. So, yeah. Immortality, sure, that's the normal. And we have all these unique skills here. All you can eat, Skaven. Easy to scare, numerous, and really everywhere. As long as one doesn't get tired of swinging their club around, no troll needs to go hungry. Diplomatic relations, minus 20 with Skaven. Vigor loss reduction, minus 3%. And attribute causes terror. Is that on my lord? Yeah, I assume that's on my lord. Crustaceans, dwarf. They need to be peeled out of their hard shell before consumption, but have a unique, intense taste. Be a bastard, I suppose. Minus 20 diplomatic relations with dwarves. Armor piercing damage plus 15. Bonus versus infantry plus 12. Home cook humans. The classics never get old. For preparation, they just need to be squished and voila, another troll meal ready. Relations minus 20 with Empire and Bretonia. Melee defense and attack plus 8. Haute cuisine, elves. Having tasted one of those, most trolls immediately want another. Immediately is spelt wrong there. They just need to endure being showered with pointy sticks. That lowers our diplomatic relations with all elves. Increases magic resistance by 30% and missile resistance by 30%. That coupled with Stone Troll, 25, 35, 40, 55. He doesn't have natural magic resistance. So, yeah, that would be pretty good. And missile resistance, 30%, which is on top of 15 plus 10, 25. So yeah, 55%. Again, that's pretty good. Junk food, greenskins. They often come running towards trolls, yelling and waving their sharp metal, so they are easy to collect. They also come in a much smaller, snack-sized variant for the smaller hunger. Diplomatic relations minus 20 with greenskins. Armor plus 8, physical resistance 10%. Exotic food, lizard meat. It is not often that the trolls of the old world get to enjoy the meat of giant lizards, but the really big ones can feed a whole group of trolls when brought down, and if you hit extra hard, then the scales are no problem at all either. I really like these descriptions. Bonus versus large, plus 15. Weapon strength, plus 12%. Diplomatic relations, minus 20 with lizard men. Dry aged meat, undead. Some trolls enjoy the soft texture of aged meat and sucking out the marrow of the bones. They just need to be brave enough to approach the living dead. Character's aura leadership effect plus 10, leadership plus 12, and diplomatic relations minus 20 with vampire counts, coast, and tomb kings. That's pretty good. I didn't expect the leadership bonus there for that. I suppose they would have to, because if they're focusing on eating undead. Actually, that with mind controlled. Yeah, that overcomes the penalty of mind controlled. Spicy foods chaos. True troll gourmands swear on the taste of chaos corrupted meat. It has a nice burning aftertaste like no other. They just need to make sure not to become the meal of the chaos creatures themselves and match their savagery in combat. Diplomatic relations minus 20 with warrior to chaos and Norska. Charge bonus plus 16 and ward save 10%. Gamey food beastmen. Combining the taste of wild animal and humans, some trolls are hooked on beastman meat. They just need to be fast enough to catch them and match their wildness to best them. Minus 20 with beastman warherds, diplomatic, and speed plus 8% and frenzy. Again, that coupled with like mind controlled would mean that you'd have permanent frenzy. That's pretty good. I believe that's how it works. Conduit of greater trolls. Not all trolls are created equally, a rare few possess a great intelligence. This troll is not one of them. Leadership aura size minus 50%. Leadership plus 8 for Norscan trolls and Norscan ice trolls. Okay. Fed by war. What does that mean? His leadership aura is smaller. Okay. Fed by war, battle speed plus 3% for all trolls. Ooh. A troll horde always hungers, and the first to battle are the first to feed. Yes, if you haven't noticed, a lot of our campaigns going to be about eating things, which is fine. Nom 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 nom. Charge bonus plus 20% for all troll units. Battle speed plus 12% for all troll units. It's interesting it mentions battle speed there, and not just speed. Inhumane strength. Strength is missing an R there. What trolls lack in elegance and grace, they make up for in ferocity and pure strength. Leadership plus 12 for Norscan trolls, ice trolls, and melee attack plus 15. Frostbitten. The intense cold cuts into the flesh, burning the foe's extremities until they drop off altogether. Melee attack plus... weapon strength plus 12% for skin wolves, Norscan trolls, and Norscan ice trolls. Melee attack plus 8. Too stupid to care. Trolls have a tendency to be too stupid to notice the fact that they should be afraid of a superior enemy. Sadly, they also have a tendency to devour or break important supplies. Leadership plus 6 for Norscan trolls and ice trolls. Enables immune to psychology all troll units. That's nice. That means... yeah, that means we're not affected by terror. All of our troll units, I believe, cause fear. A few of them, like the bile trolls, would cause terror. However, this would mean that all of our units, while not causing terror, would be immune to the effects of terror. Upkeep plus 20% for all troll units. Yeah. That's difficult, since I believe we'll go through the buildings after this. Hit harder. Hitting as hard as possible without getting tired fast is the pinnacle of troll fighting techniques. It's all in the wrist. Weapon strength plus 15% for all troll units, and vigor loss reduction large. That's nice. Devour them all. In anticipation of a great feast, the trolls and monsters run faster and even shake off the toothpicks and pebbles that are launched to slow them down. 30 seconds self affects allies in range. Engaged in melee, it's disabled. Map wide. Effects plus 50% missile resistance and plus 24 speed and plus 18% charge bonus. Oh, so that's like WA ability for the greenskins. Okay. We have the red tree, intimidating, minus 5 enemy leadership. Instead of leading his forces properly, the troll roars at the enemy, swinging his weight around and does his best to frighten the opponent. That makes sense. So we're making it more difficult for the enemy rather than, you know, leading our own troops. Wild beasts, warhounds. Do we get warhounds? Maybe. We'll have to go through the buildings. Bloodlust. That's for skin wolves. Hail of teeth. That's for manticores and frostworms. We're going to have to go through the units. I thought we just got trolls. Frostworms, mammoths, frostworms. Since these are to do with trolls, I won't read them. Or whatever. Warhounds who reside in the far north are much hardier, more vicious, and infinitely deadlier than others of their already savage kind. Born for bloody fights, skin wolves become a whirlwind of claws and teeth on the battlefield. The razor-sharp hail of the north is not the only danger in the Norscan sky. Its airborne beasts are just as deadly and far less predictable. The might of the untamed beast of the Norscan wilds is unrivaled, and few can withstand it. And giant, deadly, and able to take orders. This lord's monstrosities are especially terrifying and lethal. Okay. And fight or die. There is no other choice. There never was. It replaces rally, which we don't get. 15% active for 18 seconds. Affects self and allies in range. Plus 16 leadership and plus 24 melee attack. Route Marcher, yeah, that's the same. That's the same. We get casualty replenishment. Swelling of Doom, that increases growth. Corruption, I think that's actually from... I haven't played Norsca in so long, I can't remember whether it's from Norscans or whether it's from Beastmen. Ruination, that will be useful. Savage skills, sure. Unnatural healing, 10% on top of the 5%. We can get a lot of replenishment, which makes sense since our units all have regeneration. So, fueled by war, lowers upkeep, and spawn of chaos. Units experience gained per turn, plus 150. Lord's army, that's pretty good. However, it's all the way at the end of the tree, so by the time you get it, unless you put all of your points into blue, I feel like I'm going for these ones up here. We have so many to choose from up here. Other things kind of lose out. Okay, and we have got 2 points to spend, so we'll spend it on... I'll wait for a moment actually. Let's have a look at Grunty Mingol. And our tree. What have we got? Troll Sty. Barely more than a dirty hole in a hill where trolls naturally dwell. Public Order +2, Chaos Corruption 1, provides garrison, forest trolls and southern trolls. Troll Cave, a permanent troll residence, full of junk, bones and the remains of troll meals. Public Order 3, Chaos Corruption 2, forest trolls, and it adds some stone trolls. Troll Den, a big gathering place for trolls. The stench is barely tolerable for every unfortunate soul that dares to venture close to it. +4 Public Order, +3 Chaos Corruption, and provides garrison, forest trolls, stone trolls, river trolls, and southern trolls. We also have a docks, a port, troll fishing hole. You can often find trolls in filthy bogs, shoals, and rivers, taking their fill of fish and anything else that moves. Generates 50 income, +10 growth, and 5% casualty replenishment rate. 120, 10, and, well, what's it say? Ambushes allude to tactics, but these witless trolls have none and are just as surprised as their victims. Troll raiding post. Like a moth to the flame, if there is food, there are trolls. A dangerous prospect for sailors faring well-travelled waterways. 150 income generated. Ooh, actually, I just noticed something. I forgot to update the category. No. Okay, there we go. Pardon me for that. Income generated 150, growth +30, casualty replenishment rate +15%. And then we get on to the units. Let's see. Troll Fighting Pit. Only one way to settle stuff and prove you's the artist. Southern trolls for that. Not unlike humans, trolls that live further away from the influence of chaos tend to be smaller and less impressive than their northern brethren. So they're smaller trolls. They come in larger squads, however. Bands, gangs, mobs. Troll Fighting Arena. Those with any skills fight here. Provides garrison, forest trolls and chaos trolls. Unlocks recruitment of stone trolls and chaos trolls. Yep. And Chaos Warp Arena. Sometimes the Dark Gods watch the fiercest of the lowly trolls fight, offering their favor to the victors. Not that the trolls know much about it. Yeah, trolls don't really worship chaos. It's more just they're used as a tool by chaos because they don't they don't realize it. Not that they really care, I suppose. Provides garrison, ice trolls, stone trolls, river trolls. Unlocks ice trolls armored, bile trolls, river trolls, and snow trolls. Snow trolls. Snow trolls live on the highest peaks of mountains, covered in eternal ice. They are of enormous size, dwelling in icy caves which are covered with the bones of their victims. They come in squads of 3. Low health. Well, high health individually, I suppose. 55 armor, 60 leadership. That's pretty good. 64 speed. That's pretty good. 42 melee attack and frostbite. There we go. Minus 36% speed for 10 seconds. So it's on hit. It's not an aura. 36 melee defense, 270 weapon strength, 45, 225 armor piercing, that's good, and bonus versus large. Okay, 35, and charge bonus 45. What do they got? Missile resistance, fire weakness, resistance, causes fear, regeneration, reckless rampage. What's that? Duration 40 seconds, self. Cannot use if hit points greater than 50%. Plus 15 melee attack. Plus 100% armor piercing damage. Plus 15% physical resistance. Plus 30% vigor. Unbreakable, but they rampage, so you can't control them. Okay. And they've got river trolls, which we've seen. Bile trolls we've seen. And ice trolls. Only under the influence of a powerful warrior will the mighty ice trolls of Norsca accept armor pieces on their bodies. They've got 120 armor, and I think other than that, they're exactly the same. They might be a bit slower. Yes, they're 10 points slower. Oh, and they also deal less damage. Oh, these are ice trolls. These aren't snow trolls. Do we get ice trolls with unarmored ice trolls? I suppose not. So, yeah, they're just armored ice trolls. They have frostbite. I think other than that, they're pretty much the same as armored chaos trolls. Yeah, let's see. I can't check. You got forest trolls. Trolls that are somewhat adopted to forest life. They are difficult to spot in forests when standing still, but at the same time, simply don't comprehend the concept of sneaking, so they can hide in forests. Vanguard deployment. They got Strider. Natural camouflage. Okay, so they're sort of sneaky trolls. Sneaky. And they have 60 weapon damage, 20 armor piercing, 15 bonus versus infantry. Fine. They come in squads of 15 too. And there's the normal trolls and chaos trolls. What's the difference between the two? I don't actually know. Doesn't actually look like there's any difference between chaos trolls and normal trolls. No, I don't think there's any difference. So whichever one you get, just depends on what you feel like. What's this? Other fighting pit. What's wrong with the other pit? Shut up, git. Other warp arena. What's wrong with that arena there? Shut up, git. Don't question it. Gobbo shack. Goblins can be useful sometimes. Oh, it unlocks some goblin heroes. We get goblin big boss, night goblin shamans, and +1 capacity for both. That's pretty good. So we can get all the bonus, all the little war magic. Pretty nice. And we get goblin big bosses. I wonder if you can have troll heroes. I don't know how that would work. They're not really hero material. War painter. The white hot irons of the dark furnace sear symbols of the tribe and their gods directly onto living flesh. I think this is from the Norskans. Rank recruit +1, local recruitment capacity +1, scale shearer, and dark mutator. Yep, okay. Oh, and dung heap. Only a troll can love such a stench. Public order +3, growth +20, chaos corruption +1, recruitment cost -5%. Lovely. Okay. As I said also, I think we've got multiple places around the map. Yeah, there's another troll. Muncher? Is he the same as Chief Ugma? I believe so. So Chief Ugma isn't actually unique in any way. Skill-wise. Oh, we also own Grom Peak up here. And there's a greenskin army here. Okay. And we have another troll army up here. Next to some beastmen. Icky. He's got some trolls, forest trolls, stone trolls, and river trolls. I think the symbol for river troll, for normal trolls, is the same as southern trolls. Let me have a look. Might be good if they look different. That way I can tell a bit better. Southern trolls. Yeah, it's the same icon. That would be nice if that was changed. That you can tell. Oh, there's a settlement here. Wrecker's Point. Okay. Oh, Arnau is also Fimir. Servants of Fimonid. Also, we have some trolls up here. Clubber. Also, apparently we have to deal with loyalty. That's interesting. I suppose that makes sense. I suppose they would respect strength. And all that. Yeah, it's Clubber. Okay. Do we have anyone else anywhere? So let's see. We have an army there. There. We can see the coastline. Oh, there we do. We have Troll Fjord. That makes sense. Which has... No, it's actually got the wrong settlement there. Not that it means anything. Troll Cave, Troll Den. Is that different? Yeah, it is. Okay, there's a few different buildings here. Other Warp Arena. Doesn't have the first level of that there. And I think that's actually a level higher. No, wasn't the other one the Warp Pit? Yeah, this. Other Fighting Pit. Why is that so different? And we have Dung Idol, Trollz Worship 2, you know. Public Order +1 for every concurrent war with any neighbouring faction. Public Order +2, Chaos Corruption +2. And we've got Meat Dump. When you've had your fill, toss the rest on the lump for laters. Income generated 20. Rating +2%. Slaughter Pit. Boneless on the spit or bubbling in the cauldron. They have it all at the Slaughter Pit. Comfort rating +5%. Sacking +2%. Generated income 300. And the meat market. Greenies, furry gits, and spiky yumis give us stuff for the live ones. Income generated 40 from raiding 10%, and income for sacking +5%. Okay. Oh, this is in the Eye of the Panther. Oh, we've got a settlement there as well. That's right. Yeah, that's like the other one. Okay. Is this a difference between places with a port and places without a port? Okay. And who is this one down here? Crusher. He has armies of southern trolls, stone trolls, and palm trolls. We've got this ability here too. Well fed. Wage full for now. Upkeep -70% for all units. Casualty replenishment rate +10%. This lasts for 6 turns. So we have to keep fighting. Otherwise our army upkeep will go up. And that will be a problem. We don't actually have the food mechanic like the Skaven have. There's no trolls over in Lustria or Nagarond. There's no one over there. Yeah, okay. It's a bit weird having all these armies scattered all over the place. I feel like I'm going to lose my regions. Will raiding reset the well-fed meter, or will that only be if I sack a settlement? Does lower upkeep. Okay, what about diplomacy? I'm sure we're going to be very good for that. Hey, Beastman. I don't like words. Not aggression pact with you. Thegan territory.
Whether chivalrous or not, I will strike you down, scum, if your words displease me.
Like, I'm not going to even bother talking. Ah, here's a new lord. Here's a new faction, the Rotblood tribe. But they're not really a new faction. They're a modified. They're a modified Warp Defilers faction. You may remember them. They've been changed to the Rotblood tribe now. What say you to the Rotblood tribe? Non-aggression pact? Rotblood tribe accepts this. What else you got to say? The Rotfather embraces you. We're looking for a group of the We're looking for a group. The Ubersreichs 5 or 4, it doesn't matter. Have you seen them? Yes, the Rotblood tribe is the Chaos Raiders from Vermintide 2. What else? servants of Fimbleneed. You call us bog demons. We are familiar. Now talk. Talk. Non-aggression pact. This is what I do. I plant stories in ground, watch them grow into truth. Oh, they're also located up there as well. We're probably going to make friends with a bunch of the greenskins as well, just because it secures our borders, I suppose. Who's closest to us over here? Teeth Snatchers. We're actually, hang on. Hold on. Are we at war with anyone? We're at war with the Red Fang, Kislev, Karak Azul, Greybeards, Prospectors, and Caliphate of Araby. Oh, okay.
What?
Bloody hands. That's...
I'm the Great Green Prophet. Speak
Warzag.
your words.
Speak your word. He's actually quite open to a military alliance. I don't know what we'll do exactly. I mean... We've kind of got to keep attacking everyone. I feel. Just to stay alive. I don't know if I can really afford to be too friendly with everyone. I mean, we could just pick on the Empire all the time. I kind of want you to move you over to Wrecker's Point. We're going to be annoying everyone. Just go there. Start raiding. And move over to Wrecker's Point. You... I'll give you... What was over here? Mind controlled. I don't really want to get that right now. Let's get Monstrous Fiends. And we'll get Conduit of Greater Trolls. Or do I want that? Leadership aura size minus 50%. That's quite a penalty. Get Monstrous Fiends. And get Intimidating. You build... What was the building which gave income? Do we have one here? No, we don't. Oh, well, it was the port which did. Okay, so this doesn't generate any income here. Let's see. Forest Trolls or Southern Trolls? That costs 1 turn to build. That's 500. That's 1,500. We can't get the higher ones there. We could get Stone Trolls and Chaos Trolls there, though. Or just Trolls and normal Chaos Trolls. Might be better to go for Stone Trolls. Forest Trolls are slightly stronger. Let's just go for Southern Trolls. And we'll build the Dung Heap. These are the greatest construction decisions ever made. You don't have any growth. Fort Ostrosk. I could actually just attack that from the get-go. Pretty much. They have swordsmen, spearmen, crossbowmen. They do outnumber me. However, we're trolls. We're scary. You raid and move down. We'll raid here and then we'll attack El Calabad. The Panther we will upgrade to get the Dung Heap so that we get the growth there. You.
Welcome, stranger.
Hey!
Start talking.
Military access and military alliance.
Right.
Good. We be rich. Lots of shiny stuff. Also, we'll make friends with the Leafcutters tribe. We can trade. Yeah, so we've got the best trade goods. Good. We'll be rich. Lots of shiny stuff. Trollz trading. That seems wrong somehow. Go over here. We can raid Grenstadt at some point. Where do I want to attack first? We're going to have to do some attacks in the first turn. Also, what's our research tree? Didn't check. I think this is pretty much just Norskin's research tree. So a lot of it won't actually apply for us. This is all for marauders. I don't think these hunts mean anything for us. Though these recruitment cost reductions and weapon strength bonuses could be good. It might be good if later on we could get like maybe a limited number of more powerful units like giants, frostworms, or maybe a mammoth to sort of like represent your lord going up to like a giant and smacking them over the head and subduing them. But you can only get like one of them because it's like a trophy unit or something. Leadership +5, campaign movement. That will be useful. Immune to high seas attrition. That would be useful. Bigger loss. A lot of this doesn't do anything. Corpulent sails and longer hulls would probably be the only useful ones there. Marauders of the West, Raiders of the East, Scavengers of the New World. Yes, all this is bonuses when fighting against certain factions. And these ones, for the Norskins, they have these bonuses, and then they have these ones which give really, really good bonuses. But as it says, you need to have occupied certain settlements. So this one we can only get if we occupy Corone. This one if we occupy Miragliano. This one if we occupy Karasakarak. Altdorf, Drakenhof, and Blackcrag, Karak Draz. And these ones also for the Awakening, Khemri, Skaven Blight, Exodal, Lothard, and Nagarond. So, what's this one do? Chaos Corruption +1. Campaign movement range +20%. Yep. Oh, that one only physical resistance for Marauder infantry. Okay, so not all of them will be very useful to us. But the bonuses versus factions will be. We'll have to go through this, though, to get there. So I have to go dun 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 dun. Okay. And from here... See, we don't get Norskin... We don't get Norskin ice... We get armored ice trolls, which is the same thing, but we don't get Norskin trolls, I don't think. I'm confused over those, just because the names are different, so I don't look at the like the game files to see whether that affects our units or not. Let's go for that. Because if we have to sail across the ocean, I'd prefer to have no attrition. As I said, this is not specific for trolls, so I'm just sort of taking what seems like it will affect our units. For the moment. Oh, hello. Make friends. People will probably come to me with diplomatic stuff. Oh yes, Troll Country. Do we get the unique building in Erengrad? There's a unique building in Erengrad which Wintertooth can get. To represent Throg having his throne in Troll Country, which is over here. Okay, well. Attack Fort Ostrosk. If you succeed, that's good. If you fail, well, it's not that big of a deal because it will free up our income for other things. Let us see our first battle as the Trolls. Fort Ostrosk. You'll probably end up playing a multiple of battles because our units I think will be better if I play the battles rather than auto-resolve. Ooh, also, we get to see the unique battle maps. I don't know. Have we seen this one? We might have seen this in my Kislev campaign. Pardon me. Just getting a snack. Okay. Snack time's over. Now. If I can resist getting more snacks. So yeah, I think actually we did see this map during my Kislev campaign. Sadly, the expanded factions Kislev mod I don't believe has been updated yet. So I haven't got it activated at this moment. But I remember playing this with GRAAAAGH and all that. Oh dear, hang on. Hold up. There's been a crash. Oh dear. What could be the problem for this? Oh, hang on. No, there wasn't a crash. That was just... Whew. Pardon me. I was dealing with a spam message in chat. That was just Windows being preemptive. So yes, let's admire this map and then admire our beautiful army. This is a very nice map. We've seen this before. This is Fort Ostrosk. I really like how it's been done. The roofs are fantastic. With the onion tops and the red roofs. Look great. The walls. The towers. I think the towers actually have cannons on them, which is quite nasty. The unique banners with the bear on it for for Kislev. It's very nice. We have the inside the city. We have like this palace here or a training ground. Possibly a barracks. There's a fort up on this mountain here. Another wall. A palace, a temple here actually. Yeah. And I suppose this is the fort itself or the palace. Or Fort Ostrosk. So, very nice map. It's simple. But it's very good because of that, I feel. There's a wall here also. I don't know whether we can break through that. It's a very thin wall, but... Is there a flag up there? No, that's outside the map. Okay, so... You can't actually defend here. You would defend this. That's right. Okay, and do our units have wall breaker? I don't think they do. I don't think any of our units do. Which is a bit of a pity. I mean, the wall breaker mod only affects base game units, so it's not surprising it doesn't affect forest trolls in the mod. Okay, let's have a look at our units. We've seen them before, but we'll just cover them again. Here's our basic trolls. With all their slobber and their bone clubs, all their glory. Forest trolls, which apparently are covered in slime. With their big tree trunks. We have the stone trolls, which they've had their textures fixed. The texture on their face still looks a little weird. Does look better than it did though. So that's nice. They got a very stony texture to them. But, yeah, there's some a few issues with the texture, but it looks very nice. I remember in the tabletop, I think the difference between stone trolls and normal trolls wasn't much. Like the stone troll model, from what I remember. Actually, there was an older one. I have a stone troll model, and the main difference between it is that it looks like this, except he's got stony growths on his back. The older stone troll model I remember, I think it is, They were blue and they had like big ears and they had the stony texture on their skin as well. But anyway, and here's the snow trolls, which look quite cool. And here's our lord. Got a purple tinge to his skin. And he's got a big hammer. He's also he's basically Throg with his body shape, but he's got the head of a chaos troll. So that's fine. Okay, time to club things. Go! Uh-oh. We've got cannons incoming! Quick, evade! Wait. Just forget about it! Charge! Tactics? This is our tactics. This is what this campaign's going to primarily be. Just charge. Oh, they're actually coming through the gate to attack me. Come on. Get stuck in, lads. It's all you can eat buffet. There we go. I'll put that down to them getting a bad what's it called? Stupid roll. They're just like smack, spunk. They were just wondering about what to do. They're like, we charge, now what? Claw, smack, smash. Wah! Oh. You can't handle this level of trolling. Yeah, they have. They left the gate open! Quick, go in! No. Okay. Attack the gate now then. Smack! Bonk! Crush. It might be nice if snow trolls actually had the wall breaker ability. They seem big enough. Or, as I said, if we could get maybe like a few giants, then we could have those with wall breaker. Oh, look at them pounding the door down. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, and they're throwing up on us as well. Thud, 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 thud. Knock, knock, little humies. Feeding time. Hey, one found his way inside. Quick. Charge. Splat. We're gonna get a good screenshot. That's a good dynamic pose. Smack! Look at that hammer flying. Giblets everywhere. Dogs, org cities. Who's talking? Oh, I suppose it's my general, actually. Yeah. Why are they all over there? Why are they all hiding over there? Okay, fine, whatever. Oh, take you off that. Clubbing time. You can't stand against this. Smack. Oh. he just fell over. Bam. Go. Smack. Punt. Oh, look at them, they're having fun. There is animations for the trolls picking up people and like smacking them around the place. Oh, another one of my trolls fell over. They're rather clumsy on their feet, don't laugh. Oh, it's just they're so excited. They're like excited puppies. Oh, look at that. Also, regeneration. We've nearly regenerated all the damage they dealt to us with their arrows and cannons and all that. Charge again. Club, club, smack. Bam. Roar. Blah. Little people with their small pointy things hurt. Smash you. Kick. Bam. Blah. Oh, it's disgusting. Come on, get there. Whey! More things to eat. They're holding still? Wow. Have they managed? They managed to kill one of my trolls. No, where is he? Oh, he's dead. Oh well. Doesn't matter. We'll eat him after the battle as well. Okay. Charge up here. Like, what is this? Trolls using flanking maneuvers? Oh. He picked someone up there. Oh no, they killed him too! What is this? Well, forest trolls aren't too strong, so we're whittling out the weak ones. Frickin' stone trolls, your arrows are meaningless! I can spend so much time just watching the battle. There's no tactics here. Club. Smack. Kick. Victory! I think someone just bounced off a building. I mean, even though they're killed, they're not necessarily... Even though they're fallen, they're not necessarily dead. They'll probably just they'll regenerate after battle. They're just, you know, incapacitated. After a battle with it, after any battle with trolls, you have to burn all the corpses, otherwise they just get back up shortly. Oh yeah, that's actually going to be a problem. We may be able to break armies, but our units aren't necessarily the best at chasing them down. So, we're going to have to think of ways to catch the fleeing units. Because we don't have any faster units in, what's a faster unit? Like 64. That's the snow trolls. Okay, we've got a whole city here to snack on. Nom 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 nom. I can actually just take it over. That was pretty well. That went pretty well. 130 kills for my lord. Ooh, he did the best out of all of them. How appropriate. I'm gonna give him a name. He could be called like, I don't know, Clubber Bear Eater. There we go. Dmitry Denikin? Sorry. You met trolls. He got 3 kills. 3 losses. Oh. All forest trolls. Did we really lose 3? Suppose so. This is very amusing. Got a kill. Once a swordsman unit got 1 kill. And spears got the other 2 kills. Which makes sense. The spears would have anti-large bonuses. That's going to be a problem actually, dealing with anti-large units. Because we don't have anything to really deal with an anti-large unit, other than just swamping them in large units. Just overcoming their anti-large with sheer weight. Later on, we'll get magic. Because we will get Night Goblin Shamans. Oh, we got a Razor Standard. That's pretty good. Who would I give that to? I'll leave it for the next battle. What will we do? Devour and make sty. You eat the locals and gain wealth from looting, but buildings in the settlement are damaged. All captives are eaten. Public order is greatly reduced, and your diplomatic relations with the previous owner also suffer greatly. 20% unit replenishment. We also get well fed for 3 turns. 1,220 gold. Provincial instability -10, -30 for conquest, sure. Pillage and devour. You do not capture the settlement, but instead steal wealth, eat the locals, and damage buildings. All captives are eaten. Public order is reduced, and the previous owners will like you a lot less. We get 3,304 from that. 20% unit replenishment. And 3 turns for well fed. Okay, I actually thought that would be 6 turns, because it's like 3 turns because we're not eating... Because we're not, like, making off with as many? Something? Oh, that's only 2. That one's only 2 turns. So that one's 3 turns. That one's 3 turns. This one's 2 turns. Ground to dust. All buildings are smashed, and the occupants massacred and eaten. I'm always kind of disappointed that just raising the settlement gives you such a little bonus. Only 460, and well fed. It's still the same, but it's only for 2 turns. Devour makes die. Razor standard. Lovely. Yeah, and all our units just are back. I'm going to get... How much can thick-skinned increase his armor by? 15. Get intimidating. And what can we get here in Fort Ostrosk? Well, get Trollz die. And get Dung Heap. Can we get any unique buildings here because this is a capital? No. It just allows us to get Chaos Warp Arena. Can we actually get that because this doesn't go up to level 4? That's actually interesting, because this only goes up to rank 3. Oh, let's help it. Okay. And we had another battle to do. We had... Where is it? I could attack Myrmidons as well with Chief Ugma. Or I can attack Morgheim. Oh, Morgheim's got a large garrison in it, actually. I'm gonna move you over here. Oh, you've got cannons and all that. You're gonna be harder to deal with than Fort Ostrosk. Ah, yes. Declare war on Arisleekdorf. My ally didn't join me in the war, but that's fine. Do we have anything here? Grenstadt. Might just auto-resolve this. Oh, it's a unique battle map. Sure. More clubbing. Let's go clubbing. I want to see all the custom maps because it's been a while since I've played with them. So Muncher here has some river trolls, stone trolls, forest trolls, and some normal trolls, I think, or southern trolls. Are they southern trolls? No, they're just normal trolls. River trolls, stone trolls, forest trolls. Okay, forest trolls. Actually, forest trolls. Forest trolls. You go in here. Actually, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, because their ability, because they have the natural camouflage passive ability, it doesn't take effect until the battle starts, it seems. So they're not actually hidden until you start to battle. But that's actually really useful on this map, having them all the way over here, rather than in the expected location. Okay, get them. And you. Okay. Oh, they're all the way up there. Yeah, see, now they're hidden. Go up there. Troll time. Let's have a look at them, because I think I've got the unique uniforms and heraldry mods as well. Yes! Look at that. Averheim with all their unique emblems on their shields. It's very nice. Have the skull in the sunburst. And we have this map also. Let's have a look. It's surrounded by mountains. And yep. I think this actually gets walls. Like the settlement expands when you have when the settlement grows. I think it does. Some of the custom maps do that. It's the same map, but it has things added to it. So we have this little settlement here. The flag's in here, with a good defensive spot in this gatehouse, and it's a nice place to have artillery up here. You can have mortars and firing over the buildings. The enemy all have to come up through here, and you can defend the streets easily. Very nice. More interesting than having just all field battles, which are fine, but, you know, variety is always appreciated. Come on, trolls. Get up there. Uh-oh, here they come. Woohoo! Smack. Yeah, they didn't hold the line. I didn't use copious format either last time. You can see the disgusting stench ability going off on our river trolls. Actually, let's have a look at our river trolls. Hey, cool! They've actually got a bit of unique texturing to them. They've got scales on them. That's neat. Got a few scales on their legs, and they've got that slimy sheen to them. That's nice. Yeah. Because the river trolls are supposed to have like... Oh, they've actually got like fin texture on their ears. They're supposed to have like finned ears and webbed hands and feet. And they're sort of like more corpulent than a normal troll. They're sort of more squat. But yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. Just a little scales. It works really well, the texturing on it. If the stone trolls looked a bit nicer... The stone trolls do look good, I just think the textures could do a little bit more work. Come on, forest trolls. The forest trolls also, they look all mossy, which is nice. And I'm wondering, maybe if they weren't overall green, because it doesn't make the moss show up so much. Maybe if they're sort of grey underneath with green on top, so that the moss showed up more. Come on, forest trolls. Smack! Well, they're turning red now, so that's fine. Blah. Ah! Woohoo! Sting! That's just them going, oh god, it stinks! Out of all the things we had to fight today, why did it have to be trolls? Oh, there's our lord. Go here. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, there we go. Copious vomit. Blah. Smack. Oh, this is grand. Come back, little things. I'm still hungry. Club. The sync effect is maybe a little bit over the top. Maybe if the cloud was a little smaller. Because it does kind of obscure the units a lot, but I don't know whether you can do like a slight miasma effect around the unit. Like just a general cloud around them. Anyway. Decisive battle. Did they actually kill anyone? No, they didn't. That was easy clubbing. Oh, Marius, you've got to step up your game if you want to beat the trolls. Who got the most kills? The forest trolls did. 105. Then 83 was the stone trolls. 50 was the normal trolls. 47 for our lord. And 44 for the river trolls. But the river trolls were there more for the ability, which is quite nice. Well, because I think river trolls are weaker. They're less armored, I think. Do they have amphibious? I wonder. I didn't actually check that. Yoink. And, let's pillage and devour. Oh, we got the wolf claw banner. Let's see. You'll feel their heat just a moment behind. Okay. Weapon strength plus 5%, and attribute causes fear and causes terror. Well, that's nice. We can make one of our troll units cause terror, as well as increasing the weapon strength by 5%. Slave Master. Slave Master takes the thralls taken on the raids, that could be worded better, and prepares them for bloody sacrifice, or even worse, a grisly life of servitude. That's just a base game thing. Minus 2% recruitment cost. So yeah, do river trolls have... No, river trolls don't have amphibious. Perhaps they should. Since forest trolls have got Strider. And Vanguard deployment. I was going to say, it would be neat if you could have river trolls have, like, Vanguard deployment, but only for, like, you know, rivers, or in, swampy areas, you know, the, marshy places in the battle map, but I'm pretty sure you can't specify something like that. Get intimidating. And raid. Ooh, raiding only costs, wait, how many points movement cost does raiding take? Raiding doesn't cost any movement points? Oh, I don't have to have like 50 or 25% to go into raiding stance? Oh, that's fantastic. We can just move around and raiding all the time. It does make us tired, but we don't have to worry about being, like, you know, slowed. Or having less movement because of being in raiding stance. That's nice. Okay, and you're raiding because you can't get close to it. You're raiding as you march across the countryside. Fort Ostrosk has been taken. That's actually my capital now. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. And that will be the end of the first turn. It's quite a combat-filled first turn. I hope I remembered all my armies. Anyone want to open diplomacy with me? Come on! We're willing to listen. And then eat you afterwards. My trolls are ready to listen. They won't comprehend, but they will listen to the funny noises you make. Especially the funnier ones when we smack you. Splat. They go squeak when you squish them. Blood tribe declares war on the Hunt Marshal's expedition. We've encountered the Blooded Axe tribe, and Carrick has declared war on Black Venom. Blooded Axe tribe. Well, hello Blooded Axe tribe. We'll make friends with the Beastmen for the moment. Non-aggression. Yep, because we have the same goal, just eating and killing everyone. You, Crusher. You have bile trolls, so go attack El Calabard. Ooh, that's actually kind of a large garrison. It's a lot of slaves though, but they have a lot of archers. Archers are going to be a terrible issue for me, because we have no response until we get like a shaman, and even then it's like, what can I do? Cast missile at them. Oh, Marius Leekdorf just moved into the settlement. I'm going to go after Migdal von Galbarak. What's our climates? Suitable is all that. Unpleasant is jungle. Uninhabitable is desert, ocean, magical forest, and temperate island. Okay. So we can live basically anywhere. Wait, what was that other one? Coastal jungle. Jungle. Oh, right. Yes, I have the yeah, that's right. A few of the other mods I have. There's one which is, factional... Oh, what's it called? Let me have a look. It's like true faction regions or something. Now, hold on, I'm just checking my workshop and subscribed mods. I don't have climate and I don't have climate and thingies. I don't have both of them on, do I? Oh dear. I should have one or the other. There we go. Here's the one I have is Lawful Great Power, which is in beta. This mod, yep. Replaces Great Power with something that makes more sense. What it does is it means factions have regions which they expect either certain factions to control or certain cultures to control. So the Empire always expects regions within the Empire to be controlled by Empire factions, and other ones like Reichland to always be controlled by Reichland. If, say, Isleheart or Grensburg or something like that is taken by Bretonia, then Bretonia will get a diplomatic penalty with the Empire. Because they're inhabiting territories which are, you know, which are historically Empire. The same goes the other way, and I believe it would affect every faction. It's just something which should help a little bit with stopping factions being so cozy with each other. If the dwarves end up taking parts of the Empire is going to get upset at that. The same thing with the dwarves. I did have another mod which was coastal, what was it? Like climates and something or other. Yeah, it actually doesn't seem like it's maybe working the best. I might have to have a look at it. Yeah. There's supposed to be an icon here, and I think there's a bit of a conflict there. I'll have to look into that for next time. But there was another mod which I was using, which was only affecting the dwarves, and it meant that if another faction took one of the capitals which are traditionally dwarfish, it's like Carrick Cadrin, Karaza Karak, Carrick Hearn over here, they would get a -50 diplomatic relations with all Dwarf Realms factions. However, this other mod kind of does that as well, but it applies it to every region rather than just the Dwarven capitals. So, that's also the coastal desert and coastal jungle is from that mod, which affect the Dwarven capitals. I wish I should remember the name of it. Let me have a look. Warhammer 2 mod list. And it was Climate and Colonies by Iron. Climate and Colonies by Iron. So yes, I got it also because it gave more varied climate things, which is still nice. What it meant was that while you might have desert as uninhabitable, you have coastal deserts, which are easier to colonize because they're next to the ocean and they're not so far inland, right? So it's harder to live here than it is to live, say, here, or in Lashik, or Kulfur, and so on, because they're on the coast. The same as with the jungle, right? But it's not, they're not playing together too well. Not that it really matters to us, because we can pretty much live anywhere. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to, I think I'll disable the climate and colonies mod, because I want to have the other one which causes the diplomatic issues. So everyone's not too chummy with each other. Where do I want to move you? That army up there had cannons. What lords can we get? Oh, let's have a look at this. Grimfang, Troll Lord. Tzark, Troll Lord. He's got a skill completely broken. The boss took control of this one so often that what little mind the troll had is completely gone. Even the dumbest troll noticed that something is not right with this one. Leadership aura size minus 30%, character auras leadership effect minus 8, and unbreakable. Okay, that's interesting. So that's like the mind controlled ability. It makes him unbreakable. It's not really necessary, I think, to have the leadership plus 15 when you get unbreakable. He gets immune to psychology first, then he gets unbreakable. Because as far as I know, once you get unbreakable, leadership never factors into anything. And leadership is different from the character's aura's the leadership effect, I think. Is it? Let me see. This unit provides a leadership bonus to nearby allies. Units within range of both the Laura's aura and an encouraging unit will receive the larger of the two bonuses. A unit with higher leadership is less likely to rout in the face of danger. I mean, the game makes clear that, like, aura leadership effect is separate from leadership. So he's got plus 15 leadership. But then his aura is minus 10. So I assume there's an aura leadership stat somewhere, but it's not listed. It's not under encourage. Oh, whatever. Game's not necessarily the clearest on that. Let me see. Do I want to try and attack Myrmidons? They had cannons. That's what I said earlier. We can't build any trolls, recruit any trolls here just yet. I can like to sail over there and just raid. Yeah, do that. Go ashore. And then, can you just swap into raiding stance? You can! That's nice. As soon as we make landfall, just raid. Go and attack Migdal von Golbarak. Oh, we get the wolf claw banner. Oh, I can't put it onto any of my units. No. Oh, that's kind of sad. We could put it onto a goblin if we got one, but not any of our trolls. Boo. That might be something to have a look through. If we're getting the Norscan items, then there's probably going to be a bunch of them which won't be able to be applied to monstrous units. Okay. Oh, did the trolls have... Wall breaker. Did I not activate it? Let me have a look. Da, 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 da. Where is this thing? Oh, poops. I did activate a bunch of them. I had them earlier, but I forgot to save it. How am I going to do that then? Well, close it. Hold on. Okay, well, we'll play this. This is an initial oversight and we haven't done too much, so I might start it with the other mods next time and then yeah. And continue it on with the other mods, which I meant to put on next time. So, how to resolve that? And you can devour it and make sty. That way we can live there as well. Get the opal amulet. That's pretty good. And dung heap. Where's our region start here? There. It's there. Okay. Yeah, people are going to be constantly hungry. Oh, I see. It actually stacks. Turn remaining 13. Okay, so if we keep, like, eating, we actually get well fed for quite a few turns. We can recruit some southern trolls, but that's from another settlement. That will be from Peak? Yes, it is. Okay, we've got this battle. We've got 3 southern trolls, stone trolls, bile trolls, and crusher. And they've got a whole bunch of archers. Infantry. They've got 2 units of spears, 4 units of slaves, which are useless. And they do have Arabian knights, which are shock cavalry. We don't have anything really anti-large. No. None of our units are anti-large. Well, whatever. You will... Yep. Just attack! As I said, it will be easier to... attack them. Then, auto-resolving, I feel our casualties will be better. So yes, with the mods which I haven't got active, I'll see whether I can activate them and continue the campaign. If I can't, then I'll probably have to restart the campaign with the mods active. It's not like we've done much. I'll try and get things to happen as close to how they have it so far. And, you know, I'll make mention of any changes. We're only like on turn 2, so it doesn't really matter. It's fine. There we go. Okay, this is called the fist formation. The basic idea, it's quite complicated, is that you look at the enemy, you note how far away they are, and you run at them. Or hobble at them as fast as you can. This is not the right map, actually. This is Al Calabad, and this is a Lizardman's map. Okay, it should be a desert map. Is that because this used to be a, whatever. Hey look! They're squishy humans! And they don't have any armor! Eat them! They're dumb. They're easy to eat. Ah yes, there's our bile trolls with their penalty cloud around their units. Oh, we haven't seen southern trolls actually. Let's have a look. Southern trolls, I believe, are just smaller trolls. Yeah, look at that. They're like not even half the size. Oh, he's picked him up. But the animation's a little wonky because he's so small. Smack! Splat! There's the nice Arabian Nights. Ah. The Arabian Nights were... Oh, they were pretty good. I thought maybe they could be a little bit stronger, but... Okay. Come on! Blah! Smack! Fighting time is eating time! Our bile trolls aren't really going to be able to catch their archers. Oh, well, I stand corrected. They're just going to flee? The bile trolls here are actually... let's have a look at them. They're actually using the Chaos Spawn model. And... yeah, they have some new texture work on them. I think that could do as a bit of a redo. I think something's wrong with one of the lighting. With one of the lighting or the normal map layer, because it's all oddly shiny. And it doesn't look like light's affecting it properly. It's a retextured Chaos Spawn. It's... that makes sense. I mean, you know, with what you can work with. I just think the texture is perhaps a little wrong. It kind of looks like the issue which used to be with stone trolls. The stone trolls used to have... it looked like the texture or mesh was inverted on them or something. Anyway. BLAAAGH! Club. Don't run! Cowards! Haven't even begun to eat yet. Oh no, our guys are fleeing. But that's fine, they have low morale, so if they flee, they'll just rally again. Those damned archers. Oh, they interrupted him. Come on, save those Arabian Nights. Save those trolls over there. You have to be careful now because the stone trolls have lost their stone skin ability because their health is lower than 50%. However, even though our units are fleeing, they are regenerating their health. Oh! But yeah, the stone trolls leadership is lower than normal because once their morale breaks, they lose their they lose their what's it called? Bam! Stand by me, stone trolls. Kazrak? That's not right. Oh, that's interesting, actually. Fired 2 volleys of that. That because one was backed up or something. No, my stone troll shattered. Come on. Get down here. Go, go, trolls! No! It's all falling apart! Oh! Valiant defeat. I suppose we just need more trolls to chase down their annoying archers. Wow. We actually, come to think of it, as it was when I was playing as a halflings, frequently I found that fighting against the trolls, you would break the troll army easily, however at great cost, and then the trolls would attack you next turn, and you hadn't had time to recover your losses, as much as the trolls did, so our defeat doesn't necessarily mean we've lost completely, because we flee rather easily. You note our bile trolls have actually regenerated all of their health. Southern trolls are badly injured. They're really kind of weak. One of them's completely defeated. But yes. But if we raid... I mean, they don't have an army in there. And yeah, they're weaker now, so if I attack them again, they'd probably defeat me again. But in a larger situation, if my army flees when I still have quite few numbers, we could attack straight after. And possibly win the battle. Let's see. Feral Masters, no, Monsters of the North. No, none of these affect trolls. Only the first one's really useful. Let's get hard to hit. And we can't build anything there. You're fine there. From Peak, doesn't have anything there. How much would it cost to get another lord? 351. What's this also? Obedient but stupid as a rock. Does everything the boss commands him to do, but whenever something unexpected happens, it all falls apart. Leadership aura size plus 50%, character aura leadership effect plus 6. Chance of intercepting an army using the underway minus 30, ambush success chance minus 30, ambush defense chance minus 30. Oh, and touched by Khorne. Intelligence is not a requirement to earn Khorne's favor. Melee defense minus 20, however, plus 15 melee attack, and passive ability Berserk. That's pretty nice. Yeah, that gets into physical resistance and melee attack. I think it'll get Elbog. Welcome, lad. We'll get you some southern trolls. It costs 165 upkeep each. How long does they get food for when they're just recruited? They don't. Okay, so an army which you just recruit is going to need to sack a settlement to be able to get food pretty quickly, because otherwise you're paying for huge upkeep on the new army. Okay. You're fine there. You've moved. Nope. Trollfjord is fine up there. Enter. Alright, Sleetorf, you're attacking me. Yes, you are. Discover an ambusher. Servants of Fimelnid declare war on the Strigos Empire. Okay, let's have a look at that.
I will not obey.
What's your army look like? Oh, a garrison is 1 troll. Great swords, halberdiers, spearmen, huntsmen, crossbows, and Empire Knights. That army's probably not going to last very long, actually. That's kind of effective against us, the halberds especially. Okay, go down here and raid. Go to Fort Stragolf and raid it. There we go. Unique map. Oh yeah, let's have a look. It is! We've seen that one. Back when I was playing as Kislev. Let's see. Who's got the lowest or best armor piercing? 20 armor piercing. 70 armor piercing. 225. I think I'll give it to the Stone Trolls. An extra 10 on top of that. There we go. And we'll pillage and devour. Nom 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 nom. You can get hard to hit. You're not raiding my own region there, are you? Are you? Let's have a look. Location? No. Fort Stragolf. That's fine. You're fine. But yes, you can see we're paying quite a bit of upkeep for this army because we haven't attacked anywhere. Hmm. Can we use the underway? No, we can't. We're not smart enough for that. We could use channeling, I suppose. My axe thirsts for war. Can't really attack in Zufbar. The Lord Trolls. End turn. Oh, I forgot to move Icky. No, and he's going to be raiding my own region. Oh, whatever. We'll turn around and we'll go and attack Dieterschaffen. Escape from my good, reliable partner allies. Sure. Alright, Sleekdorf is attacking me. What's the terrain look like? Open field. So they're anti-large units, the halberdiers and their huntsmen. Crossbows are pretty nasty, they've got armor piercing. The Empire Knights aren't anti-large, and great swords are more anti-infantry. Armor piercing. Oh, they also have the spears. We do have the river trolls, which weaken their units slightly. stone trolls, which are tough center. Forest trolls, which can vanguard deploy. But there's no... I could hide them in a forest somewhere. Along with these ones. Yeah, this is always a bit of a problem with the base game maps. There's trees here, but... The trees are, you know, they're not in the deployment zone, so you can't make use of them. Well, they're not in the Vanguard deployment zone. Anyway. Those 3 trolls, I wouldn't be surprised if they just broke instantly. There we go. And you. Okay. Are you actually going to hide in those forests? No, you're not. There we go. Why aren't you two moving? What's that noise? When I look at them. Is that their ability making a noise? Come on, chase after them. There's Marius leaked off. There he goes! Kicked over by a troll. Smack. So yes, Marius leaked off. A very accomplished duelist. How effective he is against something which is, like a troll, I don't know. Smack! Probably not very good. He's actually dealing a fair amount of damage to our lord. And my trolls are fleeing. Woohoo! Bam! Come on! Get Marius! He cannot be allowed to leave here alive. Good. You're just chasing down them. You're stopping them from rallying. Oh, my stone trolls are going to break soon. Actually, they've lost their ability already. Okay. Get out of there. Cast copious vomit on them. That was a good hit. Oh yes, also we had the opal amulet. Come on. Chase down him. Mad people taste funny. Come on, get him! Ah! Get him! Oh, he's broken. Just forget him. Go after those archers. How are you going? You're chasing them. You've chased those guys off the map, so you can come back. You're still chasing those guys. Hey, you rallied! My river trolls. Warriors flee! BLAAAAGH! Ooh, that actually shattered them. It's like, nope, I don't want a part of that. Go after them. I just saw him. He just got dissolved. Where are you? There you are. Chase down them. No, chase them. Wow. Well, that was a pretty good battle. Smack! Smash him to bloody pulp. Bam! Splat. Whee! Okay. Close victory. But it was a victory. So the knights killed 5 of my trolls. They're still nasty on the charge. They may not be anti-large, but they still damage accumulates over time. Also, I suppose, because our armor isn't too high. Or our melee defense. Or is it? Our melee defense, I think, is around at 20-30s. So it's not terrible. Oh, there's another one of my lords. But there was Muncher, and the garrison was led by Huglug Badaxe. Is that just one of the Greenskins lords' names? What do we get? Sacrifice captives. We get treasury for that, sure. Kill captives. Leadership +4. And devour captives. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. Upkeep replenishment. Unit replenishment by 15%. And your army gains the following effects. Well fed, turn 5 turns. Casualty replenishment rate +10% and upkeep -70. Wow, we could get some money for it, or we can just devour them! Nom nom nom. Poor Marius. He went in the mountains thinking it would be a simple case of beating trolls. Sadly, these trolls have got, oh! The Mad Hatter! Perhaps Marius should have listened to his warhorse this time. Muncher got frenzy. That's nice. Okay, go back here. Raid Dieter Schaffen. So, oh, lack of corruption is actually causing issues with public order. Did it occur to me, actually? Oh, hello. Tsarina Katarine Borka. Actually, I do have the Kislev faction installed. Ah, it's just the garrisons which isn't. Right, because that was a supplementary mod which had that. My apologies. Gospodar Halberdiers, Winged Lancers, Drazina, Captain, and Tsarina Katarine Borka. I don't know whether we could deal with that, actually. If anyone's going to be good against trolls, then it's the Kislevites. Because they have a lot of spears and halberds and they're their cavalry is quite good against trolls. Can we come down out of the mountains and like attack Oakenhammer or something? This campaign is going to be a lot of just ignore diplomacy and charge through enemy territories because always trolls. Eat you. Go over here. We're just going to be roaming around looking for free lunches. Cross over the border. Oh, actually, 45 from 145. Bah. Ah. Okay, get hard to hit. Actually, get intimidating. And retreat back into Eye of the Panther. Good. Okay. Just to sit there and lick your wounds. Actually, yeah, we've got negative income now, which is to be expected because we've got terrible economy. I wonder why. What's my garrison in Fort Ostrosk like? Non-existent! Where do we get a garrison from? Oh, we don't get a garrison from the basic tree. We get garrison from the troll fighting arena and the Chaos Warp arena. But I thought that was in conjunction with something else. Let's see. Migdal von Galbrack. Yeah, here it provides garrison, but in the Northern Oblast it doesn't. Okay, that seems like a bit of an oversight. Okay. That makes it harder to hold territories up here without a larger garrison. Retreat over here. We're probably going to lose a number of our armies, as I mentioned earlier, just because we can't reinforce them together. This game never ends. This is a new game. We're playing as trolls. Though I probably will be calling it for the night soon. You'll find there. That's Carrick Hearn. Actually, we could possibly take that from them. Do I want to attack Renstart? We just sacked that a little while ago, so they're not necessarily the best target to go for right now. However, they are weakened.
Absolutely not.
What have they got? Ari's actually recovered quite well from that attack. Sure. I'm going to attack Renstart while they're weakened. And oh, the garrison's fully recovered. It was only like a turn or so ago that I actually attacked them. Retreat then. Retreat, go here. Raid. Yeah, it was only like 1 or 2 turns ago that I actually sacked that settlement. The garrison I thought would still be injured from that. Yeah, whatever. Scaling's Confederated World Walkers. Trade with the Skaven? Sure. What have we got to trade? We're just like trading bloody hunks of meat, I suppose. Yep. Imminent rebellion in Northern Oblast.
Ill considered.
Yeah, we can't attack you. What am I going to do here? Don't have a garrison in there, so I can't hold on to it. just march down here.
Ready to do the guild's bidding. My axe thirsts for war.
We can't deal with the trolls. We can't deal with the dwarves here. I can maybe deal with them in GRAAAAAGH. March along. This kind of puts into perspective how useful like stone trolls and the like are.
By the comet.
Okay. We could attack you. Uh-oh. Any unique battle map? Nope. We'll just auto-resolve. Oh, this has been raised recently. Get pillage and devour. We've got a dragon helm. Somehow he's going to put that onto his head. And get hard to hit. And go back to raiding. There we go. And... okay. 9 turns for growth. Yeah, our growth is really not good. To be expected. Okay, just sit in here. Wow, really? Why did it go down so much? We were rating for 41 and we had 51. Why did it go down to minus 246? Let's have a look. Oh, because it's reducing our upkeep for our units, so we're actually going to minus 90% upkeep while we're raiding. Okay. Okay, so it's important to keep your armies raiding. Otherwise, you're just going to be always paying the... you're not going to be you're not going to be saving as much money as you could from their upkeep. So, we'll end to the next turn, and then I'll probably call it for tonight. We've done 6 turns of the trolls. It's a lot of fun so far. Very straightforward. As I said, this will probably be just a shorter campaign because there's not really much in the way of tactics. Oh, we did that, which annoys them. We caused a rebellion in the middle of their settlement. Glory for Khorne!
No.
So, but as I said, this will probably be a shorter campaign. It's because rather straightforward. So it might only go for like 5 episodes.
Not possible.
You can move down here, just keep raiding. And... yep. It's fine. You can go across the border and raid Myrmidons. Do we have anywhere which we can upgrade? No. Okay. Well. Oh yes, also we've got issues with loyalty. how's that going to work for us? Is that going to be the loyalty like it is for the Skaven, where... Or... Loyalty usually works where... Winning battles, recruiting units, making diplomatic treaties, equipping items, or completing missions. The way loyalty works for some factions is that if a lord gets higher rank than your leader, then they'll actually start losing leadership. Our lord is level 4. Another one of our lords is level 4 as well. So you is it going to work like that? We're not going. We're not going to get like loyalty missions, are we? Probably not. I understand the purpose of the loyalty system for the trolls, but because you're sort of it's difficult. It would be difficult to keep them under control, so you'd be losing armies frequently if we don't have. Well, you just have to fight and because we can't recruit units for a number of turns at the beginning, so we can't increase it that way. We'd have to just attack to increase loyalty, but that puts us more at risk at losing the armies because of armies hunting us down, like Kasharin there. And since we don't get the missions to increase loyalty, or at least I assume we don't, because those are very specific for the factions which use loyalty, Skaven or the Dark Elves. We won't have any like chances to increase loyalty if it gets low. Diplomatic relations, we can do that with Chaos factions, but that's not really something we can do too much to increase loyalty. We get the occasional missions, but those aren't really reliable because it's at the moment it's asking me to defeat Katarine. I can't do that. Well, I could try, but I can't build up my army. Anyway, I can make some more diplomatic ties with people. How do they feel about it? Yeah, great power. Trade agreement. Forget us, leave us be. Okay. Well, that is a look at the trolls for the moment. Do we have a kingdom? Not really. We've got a few squalid ditches which we're living in. Grom Peak, Migdal Vongal Barak. We had Fort Ostrosk. We've also got Wrecker's Point and Troll Fjord up here, as well as down here in Grunty Mingol. So, as I said, there was a number of mods which I meant to activate, which was like started the game a bit too soon. I didn't realize that they weren't active. I got to see whether I can reactivate them and continue the campaign. If they don't work properly, I'm going to have to play through this 5 or 6 turns again off stream. So things might be a bit different when we come back. There hasn't been that much time. It's only 6 turns which are passed, so not much has happened. Or 5 turns have passed, so not much has happened. And things might be better off when we come back. Maybe my lords won't be close to rebelling. I have looked at the trolls beforehand, but they got an update recently, so things are a little more different than they were before. But, as I said, save it here. That was pretty fun. We got to smack a whole bunch of humies around the place and eat them. It's kind of difficult. I mean, our recruitment buildings are quite late in... Well, I mean, okay. For here in particular, because the first point is always taken up by the port, so we have to wait for rank 2. And we can't increase growth here So we have to wait for quite a few turns before we can level it up to be able to even get either the troll fighting pit or the other fighting pit for our troll for to be able to recruit some troll units. And out of the two, I'd probably want forest trolls. Those southern trolls are cheaper. So you can make armies of southern trolls, but they're just they're like fodder, troll fodder. This building is, I can see the usefulness of it. But yeah, and it's interesting that we get the troll, the goblin heroes up here. Like Goblin Shaman and Goblin Big Boss. That would help with a battle, especially because they have encouraged themselves, so they'd be able to spread leadership around the battlefield a bit better. We would be able to split up our army rather than having them all clustered around our lord to make use of his leadership buff aura. But anyway, did I save? Yes, I did. Well, just save again, because I'm here. And that will be it for Warhammer 2 Total War Trolls Edition, Clan Ugma, for tonight. That was pretty fun. And we'll continue it next time. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. I will stop the recording here.